Hello there, and thank you so much. It's a Friday. This is Business Nigeria. These are the top stories we're tracking for you right at this time. Federal government reaffirms commitment with fresh $500 million contribution to Nigeria's trust fund. CDO TAR assumes AfDB presidency, pledges dedication to serve. Stocks slip, dollar sags as Trump's tariff remains after latest courtroom twist. Well, let's start by looking at Commodities Exchange. That market this afternoon, gold is still dipping in this market. It's down, but it's still selling for $3,320.40 an ounce. For silver, it's $33.31. Copper, $468.31. Platinum is $1,000.79. That's what we have. Let's look at the percentage points in drop. 0.70% decline for gold, 0.35% decline for silver, and for copper is 0.16%. Platinum is down 0.59%. That's looking at gold, silver, copper, and platinum. Well, let's take you to see some food stuff like corn, wheat, cocoa, and cotton. Now, for corn, we have $449.25 per metric ton. Wheat is $538 per metric ton. Cocoa, $9,110. That's for a metric ton of that commodity. And cotton is $64.54 for a metric ton of that. Down, cocoa is down 5.44%. This is pretty significant looking at this figure. And for cotton, it's 0.46% in red. Well, let's go to the oil market and see what the global market is looking like this afternoon. Stocks slip, dollar sags as Trump tariffs remains after latest courtroom twist. Now, stocks slipped in Asia today, and the US dollar dropped with Treasury yields as investors digested an appeals court decision to keep President Donald Trump's tariff in effect, a day after markets rallied on a ruling to block most of them. Japan's nickel attracted sellers following a nearly 2% rally, with moves in the exporters' heavy index exacerbated by the ebb and flow of the demand for the safe haven year. Now, the nickel dropped 1.1%. That's the start here, and so the yuan appreciated as much as 2% from its low to change hands as strong as 143.45 per dollar. Now, a stronger yuan reduces the value of overseas revenue for Japanese companies. Hong Kong Hang Seng is also down 1.6%, with Apple suppliers slumping on the tariff reversal. Mainland Chinese blue chip is 0.3%. South Korea KOSPI fell 0.9%. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside of Japan was off 0.6%. The cash index rose 0.4% overnight, but that was largely due to the effect of the resilient Nvidia financial results from after the market closed on Wednesday, to which Asian shares already had a chance to react. Pan-European stock 50 features edged very slightly lower. Well, let's take you to the crude oil market, where prices were on track for a second consecutive weekly decline today, weighed down by expectations of another OPEC Plus output hike in July and fresh uncertainty after the latest legal twist kept U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff in place. But United States West Texas Intermediate crude rose to $61.28 per barrel. It has an upward price margin of 0.56%. Brent crude futures sells for $64.51 per barrel with an uptick of 0.56%. Bonny Light sells for $78.62. It has a decline of 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket this afternoon, dealers are offering $63.78. It remains 0.00% in flat. Well, that's it for global commodities market and all of it.